Welcome to the NRL previews for round 7 of the 2024 season. I'm Renee Gartner and I'm joined by Josh Mansour to unpack all the games this week, and we kick it off at Allianz Stadium for the Roosters and Storm, with both sides coming off big wins last week.
What a game.
Oh, so good.
Yeah,
so good.
It's going to be a massive one.
Yeah, this is huge. Let's go to the Roosters first. A narrow win minus some big stars last week. James Tedesco is returning from concussion. A huge boost for the side, but Joey Manu, he was so impressive last week. He moves back to the centres after an incredible performance. What effect will that have on the side? I know they've played like that most of the year, but that shift again.
What a problem to have.
Yeah.
Like, you got two absolute superstars playing in one of the hardest positions in the game. So obviously Joey Manu was extraordinary last week, absolutely tore the Newcastle Knights apart, but you got Tedesco back. So again, you know, what do you do with Joey Manu? Do you shift him back there? Do you keep Teddy in? But obviously, you know, Trent Robinson's got a hard decision to make. He's got to put him back in the centres, which is not really a problem, but they've got so much threats across the park. And it's awesome to see Teddy back. Not going to hit the ground running, obviously coming off that concussion, but we'll take him a couple of games, but I'm sure he's going to be a constant threat throughout the whole game.
Well, their ruck speed was just so dangerous last week.
Yeah.
I was so happy with it as well too. They just drove straight through the middle, and Brandon Smith was incredible.
They look like they were having fun. And, you know, I think last week they had a point to prove as well. I feel like a lot of people rid the Roosters off last week, which is a very dangerous task. They had a lot of reasons to win last week, and, yeah, massive 2 points.
All right, well, let's head over to the Storm. They're sitting very nicely in second place on the ladder.
Yes, they are.
But Bellamy gave a really stern warning to the side after their clash last week. He said there was too many shortcuts in that first half, which really made them quite disjointed. You have Munster returning to some of his best footy, and add that young Sean Bloor, who I know you've played with before as well too. He was just really incredible. That combination just looked really easy. Why do you think it's something that works so well with Bloor?
Well, first off, like, it was such a tough game. Like, the Bulldogs really took it to him. And speaking of Munster, I'm actually quite worried. He said he was 80% fit throughout the whole year. And if he's playing at 80%, that's quite dangerous. But him and his connection with Sean Bloor is just definitely going to flourish as they go on. I played with Sean when I was at Penrith, and it was always touted to be one of the next superstars. He was always a hard line runner. He was very physical, big body. And I feel like him and Munster will definitely complement each other in that sense. Munster's really good at bouncing onto his outside and engaging defenders, and that'll allow Sean Bloor to hit those hard lines. And as you saw against the Bulldogs, scored the winning try. So I'm sure
he said he was happy to be on a few more of those.
I'm sure there'll be more to come, that's for sure.
All right, who are you picking for this one?
Tough game to pick. Obviously, both sides are going to be vying for the premiership this year. Both got the talent. I'm leaning towards the Roosters playing at home. I feel like last week, the Bulldogs took a lot of juice out of the Storm, so I'm going to go with the Roosters.
Okay, big call. Well, thank you very much for that one, Josh. Tickets for this one are still selling fast, so if you want to see this match live, rush to nrl.com/tickets. If you can't get to the game though, remember you can watch it across Channel 9, Foxtel, Sky New Zealand or KO. Kick-off is at 7:50 p.m.